Hello everyone, it's me Marie Meritus on Wellness and Country Life. It's been a long time since I have posted my last video. It's been 8 months. 2025 has been an amazing year for me. A lot has happened since January of 2025 to now, which is November. Today is November 9th. I'm thankful to God for everything that happens in my life. That it involves a lot of decision making, changes. I've been through a lot of changes, not only for me personally, but also as a family. Me especially, I've taken a leap of faith. Even though God knows my hesitation, I didn't want to go back to school or doing some kind of training and whatnot. But because of to put it this way, God has put an impression in my heart, and then I pursued it. To backtrack, since the inception of my YouTube channel, I post a lot about country living, about health and wellness, practical tips and all that. That's still my niche, and I'm here to tell you that I am going to post some more videos as I have time, because if I was busy back then, I'm still busy right now. But I am a work in progress, so I'm working on my time management, which is really, really difficult for me. But yeah, this is my way of saying that I hope you welcome me back. I did not disappear. I was just taking a break on social media and YouTube channel. Was not posting a lot, but I'm here. I realized that I need to not only be a missionary for my family, but also share some knowledge to mothers, homemakers, and also an encouragement to those that are feeling like hopeless. Because in my way of sharing these information, in my way of doing that, it also helped me grow as a person, physically, spiritually, and mentally. So here, the reason why I stopped posting since 8 months ago is because as a medical missionary, I believe that God created our body with a purpose, and it has the ability to heal itself. Anyway, I've been a medical missionary at heart. I just didn't realize it. Since I came to the US 16 years ago, a lot has happened, a lot has been opened. My mind has been open to a lot of things that I didn't see before when I was still in the Philippines. So with the knowledge and with the information that I have received, I'm still learning every day. I want to share it with my fellow Filipinos and the women out there and to the mothers out there, that we can do better in taking care of our families and taking care of our health and taking care of our children, especially in their formative years. So let me go back to my short story. Last in a previous year, when my parents came from the Philippines to stay here until this year, I wanted to take nurse aid course. So I did that training. I finished it in January, started working as a nurse aid in sometime in March of 2025. And I know God has a purpose for me, because that's what I wanted, to be able to have a certification, to be able to do the nurse tech job. And I still am a nurse tech, a nurse tech. I'm working at a nursing facility and also a home health care technician. Both are PRN, so I work as needed. So anyway, my children, since I started my nurse tech training, my kids started going to private school, Seventh-day Adventist private school. I knew deep within my heart it was not right for me to be able to not see my children, because for 13 years I've been at home, homeschooling my children, being there for them. And I pleaded to God, Lord, I know I want to be a medical missionary, but I know deep in my heart that motherhood is really my calling, because I have children. If I didn't have children, so I won't even think any of it. So I would cry in the parking lot and say, Lord, what are my children doing? I'm here. This work is so tiring. But I still want to be able to help people, the sick people, because they do still need help. Be able to encourage them that even though they're at the end of their life, that there is still hope. So the fact that I'm able to help them, even though it's such a short period of time, I've seen a lot of them appreciate what I do to them. I just want to be of help to them with whatever time I have to spend with them, just making a little bit of impact, one patient at a time. And so came summer this year, the principal of my kids' school offered me to work at the school where my kids go, to be a substitute teacher, and later on offered me a job to be a teacher aide. But then because of personal reasons, the teacher that was hired, the K-2 teacher that was hired originally, resigned for health reasons and personal reasons. Now I become the teacher of K-2, which my youngest son is part of. So I'm still a teacher of my child, and in a classroom setting with other kids. God has taken me into different routes I've never imagined. I told myself I didn't want to go back to teaching again, especially in a brick and mortar school. I didn't want to go back to teaching. More so, I didn't want to teach in a public school setting, is because I came from a public school setting. I taught before I came to the US. I taught in a public school setting, and I did not want to go back there as much as possible. I just want to teach my own children. But homeschooling your kids comes with a different set of struggles. I'm thankful that God has given me the opportunity, even with my hesitations and fears. I didn't really want to go back to school, but I was able to finish the certification only because my parents were here and was able to help out with the chores while I was still doing the training. And then I didn't want to go back to teaching, but then God rerouted my hesitation and turned it into something that I'm still able to do. So I'm back to teaching. And as a medical missionary, I said, Lord, what can I do? I am a medical missionary. I want to pursue it. I want to continue doing it. And now at school, during homeschool day, because our school, we have a homeschool day, I help the kids learn natural remedies. And what else? I help them. I teach them with basic medical missionary work. So in a way, all the skills that I have acquired or tried to learn or still learning, I'm able to share just in the school setting. And I realized, and I have realized even before, that taking care of the elderly is good because they need help. But at the same time, they are in their last stretch of their life. A lot of them, they don't want to change the trajectory of their health. They are bound in bed, and what I can do is encourage them and help them make their life comfortable, but not necessarily with the choices of the food that they eat, with the type of lifestyle that they want to pursue or take. But at the same time, me being in a school setting, I am able to help them and influence them little at a time of God's blueprint on how we take care of our bodies, how we should live, and how we can incorporate our daily choices into our health and wellness, our overall health, basically. And so every homeschool day, I teach them natural remedies, hydrotherapy. So it's amazing. God has put me in this position where I can be of help, not only to my own children, to my own family, but of course with my children, with my students, and the higher level and the homeschoolers that come to our school. By God's grace, I will continue to do this, and I will try my best to continue to be a medical missionary wherever I may be. And I'm still learning. I still have a lot to learn, and I will continue to be a gardener. I will continue to do my canning and food preservation because I think it's important. And I will continue to be a teacher with my children and with the kids that God has entrusted me at this point in my life. So there's that. All things work together for good to those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose, Romans 8:28. And that is one of my favorite Bible promise. And I'm sure you have a lot of stories to relate to. But yeah, for me and my family, I know God has blessed us, even though it's not always a walk in the park. And I pray that God will continue to help me and use me in a mighty way so that I can be a blessing not only to my own family, but to the children at the school and to wherever this video reach. I pray that you will be encouraged too, that even with your hesitation, God can work your hesitation into something that is something worthwhile. God will take you, reroute you to wherever, because I did not plan any of this. It just fell into my lap, and then God said that you're on for a different adventure instead of just being a stay-at-home mom. So if that is you have a lot of hesitations and fear. Fear not, because God has a plan for your life, as he did for me, and he does for me, and he will do and take care of you too and your family. Be encouraged. God bless you.